guys? Welcome to the Down and Out podcast. No, that's the wrong podcast. Welcome to the 3 and Out podcast. I'm not sure
Still
what
the
I'm
wrong
thinking
podcast.
of. I'm just a goddamn. Let me try one more time. And welcome to Shut Up. Welcome to 3 Count Out podcast, where we talk football, wrestling, not as much football, but a lot of wrestling because there's a lot of exciting things coming up. I am your host, the FGK, followed by my consorts here.
I'll go first. My name's Mike. I'm just happy to be here with knockoff Hulk Hogan. And boy, do we have some wrestling to talk about.
He's finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Hey everybody, I'm Jackal.
Gunther has officially passed the longest combined day reign for Intercontinental Champ. Time for him to lose the belt. I'm Era V1.
Giddy.
Did you say giddy?
Giddy.
Did he?
Did he? Oh yes, he did. Yes. Yeah, he officially, as of yesterday, I think.
No, Gunther did not hit the gritty.
Gunther hit the gritty.
This whole intro is uncut, by the way. So
Yeah, perfect.
Smart.
It sounds like Hulk Hogan hit a helium, no, not a helium balloon, whatever the flip one of that is.
yeah, he did not hit a helium balloon. He's
Anti-helium.
It's an anti-helium balloon.
Gravel.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to know what that is. I'm not smart enough to know what makes your voice deeper.
Well,
I knew it
Saw
was.
that video of Hulk Hogan, who, like, his son got a DUI, and no, I haven't seen that one either. But
well,
he's
we'll
like,
send it to you. Don't worry.
he pops out of the car wearing a cane, holding a cane, Jesus. And everyone in the comments is like, my childhood hero, dead and gone. I was like, oh man, these people are not aware of what getting old is either.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Did you
He's
see the
only,
video
what,
of Hulk Hogan
70
taking
now?
a shit?
Absolutely. I've seen the Hulk Hogan taking a steamer.
So you go,
Taking a steamer.
brother.
He goes, they gotta tell me I gotta take a steamer before I leave this place.
Oh, I did see that. Oh, no, yeah.
You're serious? This is a real life thing that exists?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Hulk
yeah.
Hogan
It
taking a
exists
steamer.
on the internet. Yep.
I don't want to see it, but I want to see it.
You think
Well, he
they're gonna
doesn't,
put
like,
Hulk
point
Hogan in 2K?
Which one? The one getting arrested or the one taking a shit? Which version?
Both. Alternate
Both
attire.
of them. Okay. That's why.
All right, since we're already so
2K24.
off track, have you seen the amount of people that are like posting tribute videos to Brock Lesnar, like, my hero, never gonna be in a ring again.
You mean like
I'm
Kev?
so heartbroken. And people are like, fucking, huh? You know he's not there for a reason, right?
And they're so fucking depressing. Like, one of them was a slideshow that said cry, and it was like some dude holding a camera, and the next one was like, or really cried, and it's Brock Lesnar like holding up the championship, and it said like, we'll never see him again. I hope he comes back.
Yeah.
Good.
like he didn't retire. Bro got kicked out because he did some pretty shitty stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's just the end of the world acting like this guy is dying when I'm certain it's on record at this point, like Lesnar was saying 2020, like pandemic, losing to Drew, that was it. Like I was done after that point, but one thing led to another, and now of course through all of these court documents we know what those couple of things are. My personal opinion, if he would have stayed gone, we weren't really missing too much, because him coming back at SummerSlam 21 maybe was an extra 6 matches, 5, 6, 7, maybe it was easily less than 10, and they didn't really add much except taking the title off of Big E, putting it on to Roman, and then basically just saying, deuces, I'll see you later.
We'll never ever see Brock Lesnar take the title from another New Day person ever again.
Well, WWE also doesn't need Brock Lesnar because, like I've been saying for the past 3 weeks, they've been listening to our fucking podcast and they signed Braun Breaker to SmackDown. I'll be the one to bring this back on the topic. So they signed Braun Breaker to SmackDown, and now you're putting Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman on the same show week to week. I want my fucking royalty checks, Paul. Come on, send it over.
I've finally caught up on all the SmackDowns like after Royal Rumble. Like I'm caught up on WWE. It is a first in a while. And honestly, having watching Raw and SmackDown is the superior show, and it's not even close. Not even close.
I only watch Raw for Pat McAfee at this point.
Yeah, honestly, SmackDown has so much more going for it. It's so much more fun to watch. Oh my god! And like I said, not even remotely close.
Now, Era, did they get back to you about your application to become a writer? Because unfortunately, I got denied. Turns out.
I also got denied. I was told. I was told that that they were not moving forward with my application due to a quote lack of professional experience. So I guess we'll keep making more of these, and eventually, maybe
it's rigged.
Yeah.
Right.
What? You mean I can't just apply to a job that I'm not qualified for? Come on, dude.
Come on, look at the rest of the writing staff.
Yeah,
right?
If Mick Foley's fat kid gets to walk into HQ and get a job just because of who his dad is, then darn it, I deserve a job too. You hear me, Hunter? I'm coming for you.
Yeah, my dad's not Mick Foley, but I'll jump on some thumbtacks.
It's very... It's a good spot that the company's in right now, with very exciting times ahead, and obviously, of course, the video game coming out soon, which is something that I want to get into later. But we are on the road to Elimination Chamber, which is going to be this Saturday. We could do a quick little preview about that, because the card is very tiny, very small card.
Is the card official? Like, do we have the full card right now?
No.
No.
We are missing one person in the women's Elimination Chamber match, which is going to be determined in a hour and some change here from us recording this when Monday Night Raw happens. But we have basically everything else. And to be quite honest, looking at who's in the Elimination Chamber qualifying match tonight for the women, don't really know how impactful any of them are going to be.
Yeah,
fair.
It kind of blend. If we're on the women's first, we can just jump right into it.
Yeah, we'll just start there.
In my personal opinion, it really lends itself to Becky winning the match, in my opinion, because it is not a strong lineup for the women's chamber whatsoever.
Who's in the chamber that we know of right now?
We have,
and then potentially tonight.
We have Naomi, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, and I believe Tiffany Stratton, I think.
Which good for
Tiffany
her,
Stratton's in there.
What a fucking showing for
we
her.
We don't think Bianca wins lols, do we?
No, they're giving Becky Lynch the Rocky Balboa stowy.
Stowy.
It's my stowy.
Balboa stowy.
When we hit the Gwitty right now, no, they're giving Becky Lynch the Rocky Balboa story. I did it again. God damn it! All right, one more take. They're giving Becky Lynch the Rocky Balboa story, so I really hope that they let that kind of play off in Philadelphia, just so that way, you got to do it when you're in Philly. Someone's got to have the Rocky story. Santino had it with his Elimination Chamber. Obviously, the Elimination Chamber is down under. But I mean, WrestleMania is in Philly, so that's what you got to be focused on. This is the match that sets up for WrestleMania. So I got Becky Lynch going through, for sure. I think she's the easy pick.
Becky is also going to be my pick as well, mainly due to the fact that the story makes the most sense at the moment, because I feel like Rhea needs some legitimacy to this title reign, whereas, earlier in the reign, she wasn't really doing jack and squat with it, unfortunately. Because personally, I would love to see the blow-off of Rhea Liv after their intimate relationship that they had a year or two ago.
We would all love to see that, yeah.
Love to see that blow off. Bianca right now doesn't make the most sense for Rhea with the way that things have been going. I feel like Bianca kind of needs to step away from the title for a little bit, kind of like Becky did with Trish. And I feel like Becky is a very good cornerstone to give to Rhea to kind of make that reign feel a little bit more cemented as a better title. So I'm very much going to look forward to Rhea Becky at Mania this year.
I 100% agree, and it also kind of like bums me out that like they've given her the title and it's a long historic reign, but like when was the last time she actually defended the title? In this like year-long reign.
Not Rumble, was it? If it was anything on a Raw I didn't watch, would it be? She defended it on Crown Jewel, right?
No, I don't think she did.
Yeah, she defended it against.
She did. That might have been the last one.
Yeah, wasn't that like the
Zoe Stark?
Yeah, I think
was
so.
Zoe Stark the last one?
With Shayna Baszler's dorky ass submission.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
Yep, so that was the last time. Like, she's only defended a handful. She's on the Roman schedule of defending. We see her every week, but she defends it like once every like 4 months because they just don't have time on the card.
She kind of became like the new Charlotte, right? Where all of a sudden you have her on Raw, and it's like, okay, who can take the belt off of her, and would it make sense? And it's like nobody, because I mean, now that Liv's back, Becky, I guess. But then who else do they have on?
Yeah, but they're going to save that for Mania, of course.
One thing that I could see them doing, just because she's back and she's kind of the hot topic right now, I could see them maybe having Naomi go through just to be that WrestleMania main event. But honestly, I don't feel like she needs it right now. I feel like Naomi just kind of needs to focus on like getting her foot kind of back on the roster, getting her spot back, you know, making herself back in that main event status. And honestly, I kind of really want to see Naomi work more with like Jimmy Uso, because he's got nothing going on.
I also feel like Naomi kind of needs to do something to the point of reminding everybody who she is exactly, right, because she's been gone for so long to the point where there's probably, you know, a generation of fans that don't even know that she was a women's tag champion at one point, and she did all of these things throughout her career, and kind of saying like, hey, I'm Naomi, I'm pretty fucking rad. Here I am, here's what I do. Then kind of pushing her closer to the main event scene, because I would personally love to see like a nice big old title fight between Naomi and Bianca. I feel like that would be... Ooh, I might catch some flack from saying this. I think that might be a little bit better than Bianca Sasha was, being Bianca Naomi.
I don't think you catch much flack as you think you were for that. That seems, you know. I mean, I don't think you're wrong.
Not from you, you know, the people on Twitter.
I don't think you're wrong.
Mike, Women's Elimination Chamber. Who's your pick?
I mean, they've been doing this Becky build-up story for so long. It would be stupid if it wasn't her, right? Like, that would be almost Vince level WWE level stupid writing, right? She pretty much has to win. I would love for a swerve and a fuck you and it's not her. That'd be hilarious. Just because, again, she's one of those people that she doesn't need it. She had the belt for a while. She's still, I mean, she's not really the man anymore. She hasn't been the man in a while. But, I mean, I would love for them to push Tiffany straight to the moon already. Or Naomi. I think either of those would be great. I just don't think it's going to happen. It's got to be Becky, I would assume.
So, how are we all feeling then about the Women's World Championship match? Rhea Ripley, hometown hero, versus Nia Jax.
If Nia wins, I'm not watching a women's wrestling match anymore.
That's honestly, it. You're done. You're out.
Yeah. I can probably tell you how this match is going to go. It's going to be Nia like getting 90% of the match, and then Rhea coming in for the last 10 to beat her. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, the big, strong, mean Samoan versus Rhea Ripley in their hometown. Because let's be honest, she's going in as the face, even though she's a heel. It's her hometown. She's going in as the baby face. So it's going to be 90% of Nia Jax beating her up, and then she'll do like a riptide off the damn, like, I don't know, second rope or something. And yeah, that's it. That's game.
You think they're going to have the body slam spot?
Her ass, though.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. They got to do like I feel like Rhea Ripley probably could get Nia Jax up. And I mean, Nia Jax, if she posts up and stuff, you can get up there and get over. So I feel like they got to do like the, you know, like the little like teeter bit, Like they do it in the beginning of the match and the commentators are like, oh, are they going to do it? And then like they go do something else and you're just sitting there the whole time and you're like, they're going to fucking do it. Like that is the finish of the match. There you go. It's going to all build up to that one riptide on Nia Jax. And then there you go. Problem solved.
I hope it's a roll up and she grabs the tights to win instead.
Wait, you hope who grabs the tights? Rhea Ripley or Nia Jax? Because they're technically
Rhea,
both
of course.
heel.
I don't fucking want Nia Jax to win. If Nia wins, like I said, I stopped watching women's wrestling.
I don't know. Maybe you changed it. You maybe want the swerve. I don't know.
Fuck no. Absolutely don't.
Fuck no.
It's all right. Apparently Triple H didn't want swerve either. But you know what he does want? He wants one of the men in the men's Elimination Chamber match. We have Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
I mean, I got L.A. Knight. Just come on, man. He's gotta come on. Logan's in the match. It sets him up for a nice WrestleMania match with Logan. Or I think personally he should just go for Seth. I know obviously they're probably gonna have Drew win, but I really want LA Knight to win this. It would be so good.
I feel like they need to give LA Knight something. Like they need to give him something. Like they're gonna Braun Strowman his ass.
Yeah.
Like where it's like, oh, he's hot. All right, he's cooled down. Now give him the title. Oh no, they don't care as much as they used to. We should have jumped on it while it was hot. Well, we're WWE, so you know what's new.
I mean, it's got to be Drew again, right? They're setting up Seth versus Drew. I would love for an LA Knight swerve. That would make me so happy. But it's another one of those, like, I feel like we're getting those softball pitches going into Mania, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I firmly believe we'll probably see LA Knight versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania, and that's probably why they're both in the Elimination Chamber. But I mean,
yeah, some stupid elimination.
Yeah, I feel like probably Logan Paul is going to eliminate LA Knight, and I hate that that's a sentence that I'm gonna say, but I think that's probably what's going to justify the match. Out. Or maybe what I hope happens.
It's just thinking about it.
What I hope happens, now this would make too much sense because WWE is they're not a sport, they're entertainment. But what I hope would happen is that LA Knight eliminates Logan Paul. They use that as justification to be like, hey, you beat him, you are the contender, and then they give him the match that way. But I feel like they would probably go the other way around just to get some shock value, especially with the pay-per-view being at fucking 5 a.m. They're going to need some highlights to come out of this for sure. So I'm expecting some stupid shit.
Which, by the way, speaking of, we do need some, I think, real-time recorded reactions from Jackal and FireGuyKev over there because those two are watching it real time. And that is going to be hysterical.
5 a.m. and ready. Whoo-wee.
You can get
Which I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to be sitting here with a fucked up beard and like an energy drink.
Sleep in my eyes.
Not me. I'm going to wake up nice. I'm going to wake up on Saturday. I'm going to wake up when I normally do. You know, the sun's shining through, the birds chirping outside. I'm going to wake up, stretch a little bit, go out to the kitchen, make myself a cup of coffee. Then I'm going to sit down and watch wrestling. I'm doing it on my time. I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. to watch this shit. It ain't worth it.
Oh, no, it ain't worth it. Just a willing sacrifice.
I know what the foreign fans go through. I know how hard this must be for every single European. What? Every single Australian. What? Every single Italian. Every single Scottish man out there. I will make that sacrifice for you to take that half-hour drive, even though it's going to be like 4 in the morning when I have to go drive to FGK stuff. So that means it's probably going to be like a 15-minute drive, because if there's somebody out on the road, they're just as fucked up as I am. So that sacrifice I have to take of waking up that early to go watch hopefully some good wrestling, that sacrifice I am willing to make.
It's going to be you, nurses, and 18 drunk people.
Realistically, Drew obviously makes the most sense, but none of the reasons why you guys have brought up that kind of cements my thinking about Drew. Just how much that man... Well, actually, I just thought about it. The reason I'm about to bring up could also be the reason why Drew isn't going to win, is how much he's shitting, and I mean like full spread cheeks, taking a hot Hulk Hogan steamer, shitting on CM Punk for not making it to WrestleMania. I love this character aspect of Drew, of him coming out in the fucking shirt.
I almost bought the shirt.
Posing next to the fucking grave. Oh my god, it's hilarious. So with that in mind, makes me think that Drew is winning. Regardless,
you don't think they'd have Punk come out like just like to do a Shawn Michaels and interfere with him, do you?
No, if anything, he might just like hit his music or something. I don't think he's gonna, pop up underneath the floorboards.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, CM Punk, he said he was still going to be around. He did an interview the other day, and they were like, "What's your,
They were talking about him being an announcer."
Yeah, they were like, "What are you going to do?" And
Or
he's like,
commentator.
Yeah, he's like, "Well, my mouth still works, so like, I can still talk." And you know what? To be honest, I would rather him do that right now than wrestle. So sure.
Maybe I'm thinking, what if Drew wins? But to spice up the main event, you get Drew, you get Rollins, and a little tie-in into the video game, which we still got to talk about. That's not a segue to it. It's just sort of bringing it up. A little segue into it, or a tie-in. Special guest referee CM Punk for the main event of WrestleMania.
That would be fine.
A little zest, a little bit of spice.
Can he count with the torn tricep?
Just use your other arm. It's okay.
Yeah, he's got 2 arms. He's fine.
No, you gotta do the right arm. They never do. Whenever they do the left arm, it always looks weird on camera, and people call them out for it on Twitter.
See, I think
whip your dick out and start slapping that on the mat. As
there we go.
What could be worth it to turn in early, huh? No, I think what they're probably going to do, right, is they're going to have Drew win, and with all the shit talking he's done, CM Punk's going to come out at the end and get in his face, and that's going to lead up to them either at SummerSlam or next Mania, whatever it is. Right?
I can see it.
Yeah,
I could see it.
Again, that's kind of the softball pitch, just boring ass wrestling storylines they've been doing. It seems like that would be the way they would go.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about boring ass wrestling storylines? Let's talk about the last match on the card. The undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. I hate this new name, but they are now called New Catch Republic, once known as British Strong Style, which I thought was fucking better, versus the Judgment Day, who have been holding on to these titles for so long, we may as well start calling them the Usos.
Real quick interruption. Real quick. Every belt has gotten a new fucking belt.
Except this.
Tag titles are still,
just about to say
here's 2 and 2, assholes. Good luck. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
what, you run out of money?
The damn things and give us new belts that aren't these ugly ass penny nickel things.
You know why, right? Because they're the highest selling merchandising. It's merchandise, because all the fucking legitimately the tag team titles are the #1 selling kids merchandise.
What?
In terms of titles, because the kids want to be tag teams with their friends. They want to be tag team champs. Hey, think about when you and Jackal were growing up. You wanted to be tag team champs.
No,
you wanted to fucking
world champion.
No, I wanted to be the world heavyweight.
Yeah,
I want Big Goldie.
It's right.
Anybody worth a damn. Anybody worth a damn wants to be the world champion. God damn it! They don't want to be a fucking hand job tag champ. Okay?
Well, mom and dad are buying you the tag team titles, and you're gonna be happy about it. All right? They don't know.
Okay, well then you hit him over the head with it. Count 1, 2, 3, and go buy the other one.
Yeah.
These tag titles look like garbage.
Time.
That one kind of makes sense, because if it's like me and my sister, I get a belt, but she's like, "Man, I want one too." It's like, oh,
they're red and blue.
Get you the fucking red
boy
one.
Belt, girl
so
belt.
We know who's who. Yeah. Judgment Day. Judgment Day.
I didn't think they were. I did not know. I mean, that makes sense why they would be, but I had no idea that those were the highest selling. Honestly,
yeah, they're consistently like I don't know. Okay, I don't know if they're exactly the highest selling right now, but I know that they're like consistently up there. And the whole reason why they made 2 belts in the first place was specifically for merchandising. Like that is the only reason why we had a brand split back when they did the brand split again, was because they wanted to be able to make 2 sets of championship belts to capitalize off of kids wanting to be champions.
Well, then make some cool new ones, and then you can sell those.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Make new ones, combine them together. Let's be fucking done with this shit. You're making more than enough money anyway, WWE. Everybody knows that you're making the fucking most money ever, more than Attitude ever brought in. Speaking of the Attitude Era, let's talk about the fact that The Rock has just seemingly fucking lost it. I don't know if he had too many shots of fucking whatever his tequila is before he came out or whatever, but not only did he mess up the fucking acknowledge me finger thing, arguably the only thing he had to do correct, but he couldn't even cut a promo. What is going on, man?
Actually, I talked to Mike about that, and even Mike was like,
did you see?
He was slurring. Yeah.
Did you see the conspiracy theory online about that shit though?
No. Do tell.
How it was all an elaborate swerve by him, where he messed up. He was slurring his words and stuff, but when he did his point, he kind of pointed towards Roman when he said, "I'm going to make sure I do everything in my power to make sure you lose at WrestleMania."
Dun, dun,
and then when he put the one up, it was actually an L instead, not the guns up, which even though that's fucking hilarious, but
dude, Jay White loved it.
Everybody was saying that was his L, like you're going to be the loser.
With the
so
shape
everybody's
of
going
an L
now
on Dwayne's forehead. Oh my god, he was looking
there was a
kind
lot
of
of forehead there.
There was a lot
So that's what
forehead.
everybody's thinking, is that it's going to be him turning on Roman at WrestleMania, giving him the old rock bottom so Cody can get the 1, 2, 3.
I feel like if
I
they're going
hope
to do
that's it, and that he wasn't just a drunk fucking mess, but I mean, woof.
Threw back a few too many Terramanas.
Yeah, I feel like
when
if
he
they're
was
gonna,
doing his speech, I was like, Dwayne, whoa, bud.
I feel like if they're going to do a heel Rock, they need to do like abandon the catchphrases and shit. Because he was like, no, sing along with The Rock is over. It's like, come on, dude. You know they're just going to fucking cheer louder for you. Like, he's going out there with like the punchlines that everybody knows are coming. He's out there talking about how they're breaking indoor
You know why
records.
they did that, right?
Well, yeah, I understand. I understand that they're doing
when he
it.
was first Hollywood Rock. When he was first Hollywood Rock, that's what he did. Everybody would sing along, and he would get all pissy with the crowd.
But I'm saying right now, he shouldn't be Hollywood Rock, man. I think that Bloodline Rock should be the scary final boss. He should not be there to call you a jabroni and hit his fucking catchphrases. He should be there to show up and fucking destroy shit. So that way, when he goes up against Roman Reigns doesn't have to have the title for it to matter. It shouldn't just be Rock versus Roman. We should get like Team Rock versus Team Roman. It needs to be like a literal fucking war, Like, it can't just be two dudes having a singles match because they're both in the same family and they both want to be the head guy or whatever. Like, they need to like start like really playing into the Bloodline's relationships and just start pulling that shit apart. Start bringing people out of retirement, wheel them out of the retirement home, get them a short backstage or something. Like, it needs to really start picking up, because after last week, I just don't give a fuck anymore about The Rock, dude. If he was doing it on purpose, that was honestly a miscalculation.
You're right. Roman Reigns, Rikishi, book it. WrestleMania Backlash right now.
Well, even Rikishi's been on Twitter recently, and he's like, because they put out like a picture of like the whole bloodline, and Rikishi's like, why am I in the back? They need to start bringing people into WWE TV somehow. And I feel like the way that they can do it is by literally having like Roman and Jimmy and maybe even Jay coming back and like get everybody that they can from like their generation. And then you get The Rock and like all of the older people of the bloodline, like the elders of the family or whatever they want to call them. And obviously you get other people to stand in their place, grab people from the roster that aren't doing anything. But like that, and honestly, that actually might be a good way to get Braun Breaker involved with Paul Heyman. Is if you kind of get him in, you can put him like on the elder side, and he can wind up like betraying the elders. That's how Roman beats The Rock. Like there's so many things that they can do with this, and I feel like whatever they did last week is not the way that it needs to start.
Yeah, I'll say this. I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm curious to see where this goes, Mania wise. I'm curious to see if anything happens. It probably won't at Chamber. I don't think this is a storyline they're going to give us, but I'm still curious nonetheless. And I feel like there's so many good ways that this could go. They could make this super interesting. They could make this Rock betrays Roman at WrestleMania, turns into a huge babyface, and then next year's WrestleMania, you have a year buildup of in-family fighting, bloodline fighting. I feel like that's more interesting to watch. Roman doesn't need a title. Roman hasn't needed the title for like the past 18 years. So like, honestly, drop it. But what I feel like is going to happen is something stupid. Hell, heaven forbid. I know at this point it sounds like a broken record, but also none of you can really say no that Roman might retain this year. Just because now they're all kind of expecting it, he might win again. We all said that wouldn't happen last year, but it did. So I just feel like there's so many good ways this could go. But it is WWE. If it can go wrong, it probably will.
Real question. This is an honest question. This isn't like, I don't want extreme. I want really what you guys would do if they made him break Bruno Sammartino's real record.
How long would that be? How much longer would that be?
Another, 2 years, I think?
Holy Lord. I would stop watching.
What would I do? I don't know. I'd start watching golf. That's what I'd do.
Because I think wasn't Bruno Sammartino's record like 5 years?
Something.
Bruno
like
Sammartino was the WWF World Champion for 2,803 days. Roman Reigns, I think, is at the 1,600 mark right now.
Yeah, back when they defended the title on the pay-per-view that happened every 2 years.
Another 3 years, basically.
That's how they did it, is they defended the title fucking once a year or whatever. Listen, if they have Roman break that record, if they have him hold on to the title for so long, WWE must be seeing something in Roman that nobody else is. Because the fact that he's held on to it for this long, nobody is going to be able to look back at the last decade of wrestling without talking about Roman Reigns. That's insane. Whether we're talking about him debuting in the Shield, or whether we're talking about him ripping apart Monday Night Raw, whether we're talking about him getting booed at Philly with The Rock out there at the Royal Rumble, arguably the entire thing that set up him getting this mega push and holding it for years. At this point, he's done, man. Like, take the title off him. Let him fucking go home and sit on the couch. This dude has had 5 fucking careers worth of experiences that so many other people could have benefited from. Nobody that's gotten a title shot against Roman Reigns has ever had a realistic chance of beating him until Cody Rhodes. Think of all of the people that have walked up to Roman Reigns. Think of all of the legends that have walked up to Roman Reigns to challenge that title, and they haven't won. At this point, yeah, he says he's on God mode, and he says that, it's for the t-shirt and stuff. But I mean, realistically, he is. If he goes on to beat Bruno Sammartino's record, that's not going to be any TV that anybody is going to want to watch. So if WWE doesn't end this soon, like they should have last fucking year, like if we made this podcast last year, we'd be saying the exact same shit right now. Like, they should have done this last year. There's no way. Like, I just don't understand how he's held it for this long. And realistically, yeah, if they go have him to go on to beat Bruno's record, good for him. You have to acknowledge him at that point, because he's killing WWE TV. Like, nobody's gonna give a shit when he shows up.
I am firmly in the belief that everything he's done this year could have been done without the title. I mean, like, fuck's sake, his first pay-per-view match after Mania was the Saudi show where he was competing with Solo for the fucking tag title. Like, you did not need the championship for that. At SummerSlam, the fucking The Samoan street fight bullshit. You didn't need the championship for that. All the bullshit rules that didn't end up being true regardless. The only positive thing that came from him holding the championship another year is LA Knight can now say he had a WWE championship opportunity. Everything he's done since winning it at 39 did not need the belt whatsoever. And on a real quick side note, I am a little sick and tired of this revisionist history, okay? Because Roman Reigns is not undefeated. He's not, especially in title matches. Because, hark your minds back, gentlemen, a couple of years ago, where the visionary, the Monday Night Messiah, took on the Tribal Chief at the Royal Rumble, and he took him to the brink. He took Roman Reigns to the deep end, and Seth Rollins won that match. He is the only man to have beaten Roman Reigns while he is holding that title in a one-on-one match. It was by disqualification, but still, Seth Rollins, I am so pissed that they are wiping away this aspect of the story. Like, he could have brought that up at the fucking press conference, something like, hey, bud, you haven't beaten me clean yet. I'm just saying. Like, that could have been a little jab at him.
When he see, I don't remember which match it was, but when he was wearing the Shield outfit, didn't Roman beat him?
No. Seth won by DQ because he never tapped out, and then Roman just beat him to death with the chair.
Yeah, they just smacked him up.
Seth won by DQ. Seth has a win over Roman in a one-on-one match for the title. And I'm tired of this revisionist ass history making Seth look like the little crybaby bitch boy that nobody cares about when he's got a fucking dub over it. I'm saying, Hunter, what are we doing, man? This was like 2 years. You're all about long-term storytelling now. Like, fuck's sake, it wasn't even that long ago.
You guys remember like a year ago when Paul Heyman was like, we're just in the third inning. Could you imagine if he actually retains and we do get a whole nother year of him going to Mania 41 and defending like it's a genuine possibility.
I said it when he beat Sammy. I said that right there was the mistake. Right? Like, they had beyond Daniel Bryan levels of support behind him. Right? Everybody was fucking praying and hoping that Sami Zayn was going to win. It would have been the biggest win that could have happened last year, and instead they just gave us the finger, and they gave Sammy a tag title as a consolation prize. And I think if they would have given him the belt instead, because Cody didn't really need it last year, I think that would have made the whole year and the whole Bloodline story worth it. And instead they were like, no, we have other plans, and the other plans since then have been fucking garbage. Just absolute horseshit.
He's going to
Sammy
fight with
should
his
have had
family
that
for
belt.
6 months.
Yeah, Sammy should have had that belt. It should have been way bigger, way better. Sammy holding it would have brought something different to the table. And instead, they were just like, no, we're just going to waste it instead and make things unimportant. And it's like, cool. Thanks,
Awesome.
I guess.
Awesome. Nice. Thanks, bud. Appreciate ya.
Yeah.
How many
Just
WrestleMania
fucking
showcase
goofy.
matches do you think Roman Reigns is going to have in WWE 2K24? I don't know the
back
number.
10.
I'm curious. I think probably 4 or 5.
No, I'm going to say 3. I'm going to say him, Taker at 33, him, Brock at 38, and then Cody Roman 39.
No Brock.
Well, actually,
He's not in the game.
Him and Brock are 31. Yeah, he is in the game because 31 is their match.
Yeah, he's in the game. He's just not on the cover anymore.
I thought they took him off. Sorry, I thought we were
You know who else
retconning the
is still in
Undertaker to
the
be
game?
22-0.
Vince.
No, Ronda
John
Rousey.
Oh,
Yay!
Gross.
I saw her and I was like, excuse me? Are we fucking serious?
If you guys
Of
want a
the game.
collective thought on how the SummerSlam 2023 Ronda Rousey match went and what everyone was doing, feel free to go to FireGuyKev at YouTube.com. Watch it. At about the 8-minute mark, you'll see where everybody went at the Ronda Rousey match.
It was a good drink.
Hold on. Real quick. This is the easiest recap. I was getting a drink, And the lady at the counter looked at me and went, "Why is everybody leaving during this match?" that's a true story. And I went, because nobody likes her. And she going, "Oh, I thought it was because they were women." I was like, "No, we'll stay for the other women, just not her."
Yeah, she's just not good.
And then we like a lot of the girls.
And then we find out that they're just actually out there punching each other in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. They actually just beat the shit out of each other for about 7 fans.
Yeah, I mean, fucking respect for doing it, I guess. But like, come on, man, nobody was there. You didn't have to do that.
I bet it looked.
Yeah,
great
you find
on
out
TV,
Shayna actually choked her out. They actually gave each other. They broke each other's teeth. They gave each other black eyes, and it's like for the 5 people that were in there when you did that, hooray!
They got to watch something special.
I'm certain it looked great on TV, but Jesus Lord, it did not come across well in person at all.
I guess it was better than the spousal abuse music that happened between Cody and
still the greatest ever and will forever be. I don't need to hear your Rock Stone Cold 15, Rock Stone Cold 19. No. Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30? No. Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes in a domestic abuse? Yes. Greatest video promo ever. Oh my god, Brokey. Cody looking like the broken housewife.
Brokey heart.
It was the greatest thing ever. I've never wanted, like, it is the love the way you lie of WWE, and it's amazing. Forever my greatest video promo of all time.
And then I know we're probably going to spend the rest of the time on the game, so I just want to get this out of the way real quick. A bit of AEW. When the fuck are we getting rid of the Hardys? Because holy shit.
Did Sammy Guevara kill Jeff Hardy and then get flipped off by Matt?
No, so it was a botched move. Jeff put his knees up, and when he put his knees up, it angled Sammy, and Sammy's leg came down square on Jeff's fucking dome.
Ooh. Yeah, from a shooting star press.
They spent the rest, after the match, they spent like 5 minutes giving him the bird and fucking cussing him out.
And it's holding Jeff Hardy up so they could get the camera shot.
Yeah, it's like, you two old fucks need to just ride off into the sunset. I am so done seeing you on my TV. Go away. Go away forever. Don't ever come back because you are garbage.
I saw something on YouTube beforehand as well. And on YouTube, you can add like little posts, essentially, kind of like, oh, hey, new video coming out soon. And Sammy has his own YouTube channel, and he made a post where he posted a picture when he was like super young, getting a picture with the Hardys, and he's like, finally tonight I get to wrestle one of my legends. Tune in tonight, AEW 9/8 Central. And the comments just tore him to fucking pieces.
Damn.
It's like, wow, this aged about as bad as Jeff Hardy did, huh? It's like,
no.
Ooh, woof. Regardless, it sucks, dude. I know Sammy tried, I know he loves him, but it's just a bad look.
I do want to bring up one more thing before we talk about the video game. And I am going to bring this up because I did post it in the group chat, so this is fair game. Michael Oku versus Will Ospreay at the High Stakes 2024 Rev Pro show. Probably one of the best wrestling matches I have seen. At least the best so far in 2024. Probably one of the best matches that I have seen in the past couple of years. When Will Ospreay finally gets to AEW, holy shit, he is going to rip that up. He is on a different fucking level right now. Kid's unreal.
You know what worries me? He's going to get Omega'd in AEW. They're going to make him the workhorse, and it's going to wear his fucking body out, and then all of a sudden, he's going to need like a year off because of surgeries.
Oh, you think they're going to give him the Orange Cassidy treatment? Have him work every show?
Well, that's what I mean. Besides for Orange Cassidy, besides for John Moxley and Bryan Danielson, and Hangman and Swerve, like, he's gonna be levels above everybody else there, which means they are just going to have him in nonstop. And it's just going to be Will Ospreay this, Will Ospreay that, Will Ospreay's facing everybody. Oh, he's injured. Because that's what AEW does, unfortunately. They're like, we have a star. We have to use him every show. What do you mean his back's broken?
I think Will Ospreay is definitely going to help save AEW's ratings right now because I'm not going to pretend like I understand all of the TV ratings or everything, but what you can look at is you can look at them year to year, and they are lower than they were last year. I think there's a lot of different factors around that. I don't necessarily think that it's just related to the wrestling either. I think it's maybe related to certain stars going over to different companies, and then people care more about that company because they want to see that person. But I will say that I think Will Ospreay being on AEW and him being used, even if he's used every week in promos, if he's used in 5-minute matches, I think however he's used, he's going to pull eyes wherever he is. So I think they do need to kind of have him as the workhorse, but not necessarily as like a wrestling workhorse. They just need to like get him out there as much as possible, whether he's doing promos on shows or whether he's cutting commentary or whatever they do for him. I just hope that they give him like the spotlight and treat him like a big deal because yes, he's not really like the new hotness anymore. Everybody knows Will Ospreay, but they are going to be the first real company in America, at least, to put him on TV. Like they're going to be the first real company to be like, here's our full production. We are the indie company, so to speak, because TNA is already self-destructing again. So, they are the quote unquote indie company now. So it's like they need to treat Will Ospreay right. Because if they don't treat Will Ospreay right, he's going to go right to WWE.
Honestly, he'll probably do that till he's 34. 2K24. I have.
Whoa! Put all the pieces together.
Wow! Nice segue.
I have in front of me, and I think it'd be a really fun idea. I'm going to go down each and every one of these, and in wrestling fashion, I need a, just like the punches, a yay, boo, all right, from everyone, just all at the same time. So I'm going to start with one. We're going to work our way down. If we come across one that we all disagree on, then,
Are we doing it at the same time?
Later. All the same time. Just whatever comes to your mind first. Yay or boo. All right. Number one, the first match. Ricky Steamboat versus Randy Savage.
Yay!
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 All right. Number two, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant.
Boo!
Boo!
All
Yeah,
right.
boo.
Rick Rude versus the Ultimate Warrior.
Boo!
Boo.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage.
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. I just said.
Boo.
No, I didn't say that.
Boo.
Hulk Hogan's. Yeah.
That's they're making him a big deal again in the game, and I don't like it.
Oh, no.
I don't like it.
All right.
Neither man
Bret
could
Hart
wrestle.
versus Roddy Piper.
Yay!
Yay! Yes.
I'll be happy.
Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels.
Yay!
Yay!
That'd be a fun one. I didn't see the match types. I'll say those two. Submission match, Bret Hart versus Steve Austin.
Oh,
Boo!
yay!
I hate
Yay.
playing submission matches. Boo!
I do too.
Is that the one? That's not the one. No, that's the one. Stone Cold passed out bloody, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
face heel
Yay!
change.
I want to play that.
That's a
Yeah,
good
I want
one.
to choke him out. I want to be Stone Cold. I want to lose the match.
Steve Austin versus The Rock. 1, no 2.
Yay!
Yay.
Regardless.
Yeah, 2 is good.
Yay.
Wait.
They
You
chose
said
17.
2?
They chose 17. I thought it was 15's the first,
So-
that's 17 the 19.
So what the fuck are they going to do about the ending? Because that's the one where Vince comes out.
Blur his face.
It'll just say redacted.
Rey Mysterio.
It's gonna be, who it's gonna be? It's gonna be, what's his name, like Baron Breaker or something? The green dude that's in every game.
Oh God.
It's gonna be him.
Yeah, they're generic OC. Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle.
Yay!
Yay!
Undertaker versus Michaels.
Yay!
The second one.
Which-
Yay!
26.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. The first one, 25.
Yay!
Yay! I like that one.
Okay, yeah, that was the 5-star one.
It's even more
those are both
resounding.
great.
Yay!
Then we're jumping all the way to fucking 31. Apparently, nothing happened between 26 and 30 because we are at WrestleMania 31. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins.
Boo!
Yay!
That's just boring. Besides the finish.
That's an.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly
It
just
wasn't
the finish.
bad.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's nothing special, honestly. Like,
But it's one of those matches where playing it would probably be fun because you get a couple different movesets. So
yeah, I guess.
Was that the one with the RKO?
Yeah.
Into the stomp.
Okay, I at least want to hit the RKO. Yeah. As long as I can hit the Randy Orton RKO, I'm okay with that.
I mean, you can still do that in the game now.
Everyone's favorite match.
Yeah, but I want to do it in the showcase, Mike.
Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair.
Only if we get to beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey the way they did.
Yeah, as long as I'm playing as Becky.
Yeah.
Then yay.
Since I'm 90% sure you're going to be playing as Becky, I'd say that's a resounding yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. I think this is actually the one I look forward to the most.
I'm so excited for
Something
this.
different.
Yeah.
If they do it the way it was
they're
at
making it the
WrestleMania,
Funhouse match.
I have no
that's
idea.
going to be fucking cool.
I saw this on the list.
Cool.
I saw this on the list, and I was so excited. I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do it, but I hope. I mean, the way that they do like those like the way that they have like the cinematic like cuts and stuff of like really syncing up the animations going into the footage. It's gonna, if they line it up perfectly, it's gonna be so good.
I feel like this could actually be a really fun one that they do. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Then we're jumping to Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens.
Yay.
Maybe.
It was old man Austin. It wasn't a good match, but I mean, Austin for being old.
Yeah, old man Austin. You gotta love him coming out there kicking ass.
I don't want to play as Stone Cold because he won. You're probably gonna play as the winner. I don't want to play Stone Cold wearing a T-shirt. Old man, just not in shape anymore.
What did you say?
Keep the
it
shirt
doesn't
on.
matter what you need.
What?
I don't need a picture of Steve Austin going into a pool keeping his shirt on because he's got a little tummy.
He's insecure.
I know. I don't.
That's the thing. He didn't even really have a tummy.
No, he was like jacked.
He was just old.
He just had dad bod.
Yeah.
How you doing there, Steve? Old.
I feel like there's other matches you could have put on there besides that one, but okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, not my first or third, second. Honestly, none of my picks, if I'm being honest. But regardless, next we have. Let's see, I can't read. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair.
Yay!
That could be a good one. I'm okay with that.
I want to be Charlotte Flair so Rhea Ripley can beat me up.
Oh, don't we all? Next we have Bianca versus Asuka.
Boo this match. Boo.
I think I saw Danny on Twitter say something about this, about like because they didn't want to use the Sasha Banks match.
Yeah, absolutely. This is filler for them not being able to do Bianca Sasha at the pirate ship one.
You're exactly right. Yeah, it totally is.
Oh, I just realized they don't have any. Not that it's a problem, but they don't have any COVID matches on here.
They don't want you to remember it happened.
The Funhouse match, Kev.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking like
Hey,
it'd be cool to have an empty
what
ass
about
arena.
when Chris Benoit and Shawn Michaels?
Who?
Wait, actually, hold on, Mike.
Geez.
Hold on, Mike.
What about Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania?
Hold on. This is a good question. So Brock Lesnar's in the game. He's off the cover. Does he have a showcase match? Are we going to beat the streak?
That is TBD as I get to that. Number 18 is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at 39.
I thought that was all of them.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
There are 21. There are 21 of them, but the last 3 are to be determined. We don't actually know, but there are pending
facial rights.
Secret matches. Ooh.
So here are the 4 possibilities that people think it's going to be. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff.
No, fuck no. Please, God, no.
The only reason people say it's a possibility is because the special enforcer is Muhammad Ali, who I think is in the game, and that's kind of their whole gimmick right now is that.
Yeah, Ali's in the game. I could see it.
So that could be a really good possibility. Then it's Kane with China versus Triple H at WrestleMania 15. That's an odd one too, because I'm not sure what's so special about that. Is China in the game?
Pass.
I guess she's in the game.
Mean, she was last year.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, then that's also a possibility. Then we have Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels at 21, which I think would be a fantastic one.
Oh, that better be. That would be
fantastic. And then coming in at last, Lesnar versus Taker at 30.
I feel like it should be in the game.
Because now that Bryan's gone, that's the last match at 30 that makes sense, The
problem is that you can't not acknowledge that, because like that was the whole dude's career at that point. Like you can't just take Brock Lesnar out of that and still talk about that match. Like, and even if people want to, rewrite history and say, well, Lesnar wasn't supposed to win the match. He did it himself or whatever. It's like, okay, you still have to talk about him. Like, I feel like if you're going to have the streak mentioned at all, especially in a WrestleMania showcase, you have to have ending the streak. And if you're doing an ending the streak, you have to be Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, like it's the right choice. I get the predicament they're in, but let's be honest, it's the right choice.
I think they should do it before he gets actually physically named, and then
it's a little different.
He is still technically unnamed right now. Granted, there are two people that it could have been. It could have been Brock Lesnar or
Cain Velasquez.
Yeah. Cain Velasquez. Yeah, so it was either, like, at the time it was either Brock Lesnar or Cain Velasquez. It was Brock Lesnar. They said WWE star. It was Brock Lesnar. But, like, they haven't named him yet, so I understand the predicament that they're in. I feel like this is going to be the last opportunity they have to kind of get away with it. So I feel like they should just take it and beg for forgiveness later.
So honestly, what if this game comes out and let's just say, because technically we don't know, even though we think we don't know. Let's just say it happens where the dude is convicted. It's proven 100% that Brock Lesnar is a not nice fellow. Him being in this game, honestly, isn't going to kill their sales. Nothing bad is going to come of this. Honestly, just make it the last. It's the showcase, honestly. And I hate to tell you, you guys made the piss poor decision to make him beat the streak. So, I mean, honestly, I think if you don't have it, then it's just one of those things where it's become Brock Lesnar has now become the Chris Benoit of WWE. Like, can't be in the video games. We don't acknowledge him. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they already took away, like, the streak being over. Like, it's just over, but it's over by redacted. Like, they don't say Brock Lesnar beat the streak anymore. So, like, I don't know. I think they should add it, but also, like, again, it's WWE. We're so used to this shit. Let's be honest.
Fuck all that noise. One of my favorite matches of all time. Forget that. Put fucking Cesaro winning the god. Oh, I can't do that one. Oh, I was gonna say, dude, Cesaro winning the Battle
Tony
Royale
Khan's
30.
calling.
Can't do that
Contract
one.
tampering. Tony Khan's around the corner. He's like,
let's do.
What are you doing, 2K?
Shit. All right, let's do the real Americans winning how about Jack Swagger beating Del Rio at you know what? Forget all that. Do everybody's favorite Undertaker match. Taker and Shane at 32 for the fucking lockbox match or whatever the shit. Do that instead. There you go.
What? I'm a one up you. I got one better. Give me achy breaky shins. I want to play Shane McMahon. I want to see him bust those quads.
I would rather have that in the showcase than fucking Bianca Asuka, honestly.
I know, right? At least that's entertaining.
How come there's no Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez?
In real time.
Yes, like I want them to animate this. I want someone to be in the mocap where they like break his shins. I would love that. I play that match over and over and over again.
How come there's no Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez, the best Undertaker's biggest opponent ever? Do you guys not realize how much of a threat the Giant Gonzalez was to Undertaker? Come on, he's obviously was the Undertaker's most important. It was one of the first matches where they even acknowledged that Undertaker had a streak. Like, they just pulled this random dude and they went, yeah, you're tall. And then they just put him in the fucking match. And then, like, I don't know, man.
Honestly, I'd like that idea, but only if they add a move set, like in the finisher, when I can pick a finisher where it's called the chloroform, where I just put someone to sleep. then I'll say yes.
You know what? You got me. Yeah.
I don't know how to do it because I'm not that good of an animator at all or story creator. But I want somebody to create a whole storyline of just all the big injuries that happened in WWE and put that in a 2K game. So you just have like Triple H blowing his quad in a match, Vince walking down to the ring, blowing both of his, all that fun shit.
Porn quad showcase.
Play all of
it's
those
just
matches.
all Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash walking to the corner, blowing out his knee.
Kevin
I
Nash
would play
standing
all
up,
of those
blowing out his
matches.
knee.
There's a legitimately, I think it was in TNA, where he went to the corner to make a tag. He walked there, reached out his arm, blew out his knee. That's a thing that happened in real time. And he was just laying there screaming, and they stopped the match because, like, what do? The tallest guy in the whole fucking building was walking and just went down like a sack of goddamn potatoes. So not nice, but kind of funny.
One up you. Because I feel alone in this sentiment. I don't want anything to do with these fucking showcases anymore. This showcase is cool. It's cool. I think it's lazy. 2K, you walk into that fucking writer's room. You sit all those writers down. You say, hey guys, how about you quit taking the lazy route? Quit doing that. Gamers don't want it anymore. The MyRise bullshit, don't want it. The showcase stuff, who cares? You sit down, you flush out the road to WrestleMania again. I want a good original story surrounding other wrestlers, not my he's the Lock. Oh, she's the daughter of this original diva character from back in the day. I don't care. I don't want it. I want to be able to go onto the road to WrestleMania and somehow WCW gets revitalized and then Sheamus ends up with all of the titles at Wrestle. Like, I want that off the wall type shit. I don't want these like, oh, it's so real. Oh no, you're going to get crushed by a safe. It's been fucking boring. Give me the road to WrestleMania back. Forget my faction. Take that boring ass card opening simulator out of the fucking game. If my faction does not have any haters left on this planet, that means I have fucking died and passed away. That mode is awful. These fuckers at 2K realize the whole point of that mode is to open the cards and then to go play against real people. I don't want to just play. If I'm going to put money into it, I want to beat other players. I don't want to keep constantly having to whoop on the fucking computer. I don't care. I want to flex like, hey, yeah. I spent money on my cards. You like them? Yeah, you do. You just fucking lost. Like, that's what you do in Madden. That's what you do in NBA. I'm fairly certain that's what you do in baseball, soccer, and fucking hockey, too. The only quote-unquote sports game that doesn't do that? Wrestling. The only sports game that's still putting the same shit in and not really updating it? Wrestling. 2K, fucking do better.
Does anyone know off the top of their head which one that was? Because honestly, that was peak Road to WrestleMania, was when fucking WCW comes back and all these guys in their 60s were like 30 years old for some reason. It was so
WWE
fucking...
12. It was WWE 12, I remember.
That was it. That was my favorite Road to WrestleMania because it was just so fucking dumb, stupid, but entertaining. And then we got, honestly, this whole lock bullshit, the fucking... Worse than that. I don't have the time to go on a rant about the whole stupid nickname shit with the buzz thing. I think that was 21. Maybe 19, I'm not entirely sure. Whatever it was. Pissed
they made
me off.
One game exclusively for the original Xbox, I believe. And it was just called like WWE WrestleMania. And it had one of the most fleshed out stories WWE has ever done. And it went from like, you were in the business, you got hurt, you like Eric Bischoff was trying to ruin your whole fucking career. Go figure. And it went through like you could get any of the championships and it had different unique storylines for all of them. And it made it so like you were working your whole way. You didn't have a stupid ass nickname. It was just your character going through this whole thing. And it was so well done that every time they do something like the fucking lock, I'm like, guys, you how did you peak like 20 years ago? And then I forget that it was like youths at the time, when they still had like 4 brain cells to rub together. But it was just the road to WrestleManias were pretty good, especially when they would do like, all right, you can be Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, Undertaker, or your created character, and you're like,
right.
That's kind of interesting. That makes it fun. And now they're just like, showcase, and it's like, thanks, guys.
I'm with you guys.
I'm so happy to play these nothing matches.
I'm with you guys. I don't like when they do like the MyRise and they're like, here's the character that we want you to be. And it's like, no, I like, I just spent like 10 minutes making my character. I want to be that guy. I don't want to wear the stupid fucking lock clothes. I don't give a fuck about a padlock
you're
with
gonna
the
be
John
the
Cena
lock
thugonomics
and wear
bullshit.
a padlock.
Yeah, like, nah, I don't listen. Let me live out my dreams. I don't need to have the actual real life experience. I'm showing up and being put in a creative dead end and then being let go 6 months later. I'm okay. If I wanted to do that, I'd go play Fight Forever. I'd just skip to the fucking. I'd skip it.
What the worst wrestling game ever made.
Yeah, but they have a fucking road to the elite at least.
I'm still pissed I spent money on that game.
I can't believe that. I mean, it's every game, though. Every game that gets stuck in developmental hell, name one that's ever come out of that and actually was like, oh, this is worth the wait.
Yeah, no, they never are.
I played 4 matches in that game and I turned it off.
Ugh.
I have an answer to your question, sir. What a great segue you just you gave me a softball, goddammit.
Oh?
The game that I have been waiting for 10 years to finally make a comeback, and it is coming out this summer, and I will be doing so much fucking content in it because I am so excited about it finally returning. Finally, I get to represent my national champion, Michigan Wolverines, in the brand new returning NCAA football 2025, hitting the shelf this summer after the last installment came out back in 2013 with NCAA Football 14. I have waited since I was 14 years old to play another college football game, and I am months away from doing so, and I cannot be more fucking excited.
Why did they stop making it, and how did they get to make it again?
All the players, they never put, like, for example, Blake Corum, Michigan's running back. If he was in the game back then, it would not say Corum when you took control over him. It would say running back number 2.
Not true. That's the problem. That was their big problem, is that some teams, it would say running back number 2, and then other teams, it had their full-ass name on there. So you had licensing, and then you had other players going, why the fuck am I being put in a video game when I didn't authorize it? Why is my name in there? So, like, I think all of Ohio State had their full players' names in the video game. So you could play as every single player on their team, including like the third string quarterback, yet none of them authorized it, none of them were seeing a dime.
I believe the only reason why it was able to come back now is because there's some sort of like new deal around players in college making money off of it. Yeah.
It is called the NIL program, which is it stands for your name, image, likeness, where you can take all of these deals and actually profit off of being who you are to be able to go into all of these games. I'm certain they're not getting paid, hand over fist because they got to include, all the Michigan guys, all the Penn State guys, all the Ohio State guys. But that means they also got to include, the Miss Wayward School for dumbass morons out in buttfuck nowhere, Ohio. They got to include all of them. So they're going to be like, hey, all of you get to be in the game. We're all just going to give you like a flat rate of $500 because we have to include all of you. I don't care if you think you're worth more than this guy. We have to include everybody, so you're getting paid the same. And now that deal has finished, the game can finally come out, and they've been putting so much work and effort into this that I am so
looking forward to it.
I'm excited, yeah.
They got all of the college game day guys to do tons of voiceover for it, so that means Pat McAfee is going to be a part of it.
Woo!
Yep.
Yes.
They spent the past 2 entire seasons sending out scouts to every single college campus to record actual audio from their fans that they're going to put in game. They recorded game day traditions that the team does for in some old Madden games, they had these intros that would play before the game, sort of highlighting everything that was going on.
Does the fucking Nittany Lion open the gate?
Yeah, well, I mean, not confirmed yet. They haven't released any actual gameplay just yet because the gameplay reveal is coming in May, I believe.
If it's a Penn State game, the Nittany Lion has to open the gate, and the players have to ring the bell when they walk back through. They have to do. Those are the two traditions.
Like, if you saying that, I'm 99.9% certain. I'm going to tell you right now, I do believe that is going to be in the game.
I hope they do it right. I really hope they do it right.
More importantly, though, is there a way for me to tackle opposing coaches? Can I give a drop kick to Jim Harbaugh in this game?
You cannot tackle Jim Harbaugh, unfortunately, Kevin.
I'm not buying it.
Kev, you want to play Blitz?
The other thing that is making me excited is that they've actually gone around to all of these schools and listened to the music that they play during these games, and they're going out to all of these bands and trying to get the licensing for the music because Michigan popularly plays Mr. Brightside during the games, and they have reached out to the Killers to get the licensing rights to have Mr. Brightside in the game. So if you are at Michigan Stadium, really cool. You will be hearing Mr. Brightside play in between plays, and I think that's fucking rad with the attention to detail.
Get ready to listen to the blue band play fucking Mo Bamba. Shit's gonna go hard. Trust me, shit's gonna go hard, especially when you're like 2 or 3 shots in. Shit's gonna go hard.
That's some good music picks, but honestly, I bought Madden because it was like $20, and honestly, fair. You know what? I'm gonna say this about Madden, and I guess hopefully the college game, because I assumed they already put that much work into it. I love the amount of detail they put into the stadiums. I could tell each and every one is different. Unlike WWE, which every stadium's the exact same.
Christ. Yeah, Arena 01, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's every arena's the fucking same. It's just a little bit more seats, but there's no distinct visualization. But like Madden, I played like 8 games and like I went to 8 different fields. Dude, they look fucking phenomenal, and I assume I think it actually be really cool to play at the big house. Like I mean, it's an iconic stadium for a reason. I think it's cool that they can put that much effort into it, and like you can actually play on it.
What's so
like the bleachers
cool
and shit
to me is that we all know the popular Division 1 schools. There's going to be DLC where you can play as fucking D2 schools. So you can play as some random ass no-name college in fucking North Dakota. You can be North Dakota State University, and their whole entire field will be a 1-to-1 recreation of what that shit looks like.
That's wild.
Now, I'm glad. I know they're going to be putting more detail into it this year, but did you say it's going to be DLC?
Division 2 schools? Yes, I do believe they will be DLC.
The only reason I ask is because the old college football games, you can go back and verify, you could be D1, 2, 3. I know there was like random D4 schools you could be. Granted, it was probably like, here's their generic ass field, but
it's probably just so much stuff
from almost every division. So if you have to pay, like you have to pay for D2, you have to pay for D3. That's kind of fucking wonky.
Maybe that's how they get their money back. I'm sure it costs a pretty penny to get all those.
I was gonna say, granted, it is the people that make football games, and they're always the most money hungry are sports games.
Yeah,
sports games and shooters.
Yeah. What I'm glad is that it's the no-name. If I had to pay to play as Michigan or Ohio State, I'd be a little pissed off. If I'm paying to play as who the fuck cares butt-fuck school for dipshits, that's fine. I'll pay $2 to play as them. I'll be good. But if Alabama was behind a fucking paywall, I'd be upset.
Yeah, give me the people we want. We don't need random Joe Schmo. It's fine. Nobody wants them.
And they're going to do another card opening version of their game similarly to WWE, but it's going to be more akin to the Madden Ultimate Team, where you open up these cards, you go through these challenges to build your team, and you actually go up against other players.
Yeah, it actually matters.
Sure why no fucking intern or anybody at 2K is like, hey, guys, if you want to give them rewards for doing this shit, they should probably go up against other opponents that are real humans. And they said, nah, get out of here, Billy. That means we have to upgrade our servers to actually allow people to play online.
That's too hard.
Fucking games.
Too many people.
That's too hard. That's too much work. Get out of here, Billy.
Too much
no
work.
one cares what you fucking think, man.
Get out of here. We need profit margins, damn it.
You If Fire Guy Kev can get a shameless self-plug, you better stay tuned to twitch.tv/Jackal Joker when I sit down with a 12-pack of beer and I take Eastern Michigan to the fucking college football playoffs 3 years in a row, back to back to back, and I turn them into a juggernaut with the power of Coach Jackal. You don't want to fucking miss it, baby.
You know what? You're right. I did shamelessly plug myself. And I'm glad you got one in. And I'm even going to do you a favor.
Oh.
I'm going to give you one more.
Oh?
2K24 is right around the corner. And every year, Jackal Mania comes around.
It's true.
Indeed.
And this year, there's some exciting matches coming up. But not as exciting
official sponsor.
As hopefully, I'm not sure if it's going to be the main event or where it's going to fall, but let's be honest. There's only one match that matters that entire card. It's going to be FGK Jackal 2. I plan on retaining.
There's a lot of matches.
I plan on winning. I plan on making a statement. And the only way to even cap this off is to just... Mike, pin him!
1, 2, 3!
There we go. Ring the bell. There we go.
All right, Mike, you want to do your outro? Anything you want to plug?
No. Watch the wrestling tonight, folks, because that's what we're here for, anyways. Raw is on 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes.
Yep, that's going to do it for us. I'll see you guys next time. Go to twitch.tv/ErrorV1. Drop me a little follow there. If you listened to this episode and you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that follow. If you're on Spotify, go ahead and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Spotify, leave us a 5-star rating. It does help. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and share with your friends. The more people that watch this, the better, because slowly but surely, we will infiltrate every single wrestling fan's podcast feed. Will be on every Spotify, and then WWE may not hire us as writers, but we will be able to influence just by sitting behind a podcast, and they can take their lack of professional experience and go shove it. We'll see you guys next time. Bye!